I believe you're watching this for either one of two reasons. First, you either are in the same bucket as me and you're constantly trying to find the best grinder that money can buy for the best budget possible. So you want to watch this unboxing. Or you just really like my face. But either way, I'm just glad you're watching and I hope you find this useful. This is the Option O P80, which means it has 80 millimeter flat burrs on it. This comes in about $1,600 for this grinder, plus another couple hundred to ship it or so. I want to say it's under $2,000, but nevertheless, this has been a pretty hyped up grinder for a while, and it is really budget friendly when it comes to 80 millimeter flat burrs. So for me, it was between this one and the Zerno Z2, which comes in probably about $750 more for virtually the same grinder. We're gonna get that box off to the side and get into it. So here we have it. We have the, let's flip that the other way around. There we go. Option O P80 Lagome P80 by Option O. Now I've had one Option O grinder before, and that was the Mini, and that is a small conical burr grinder that I use for travel. This one is what I'm kind of hoping for is the last grinder I'm gonna buy. I say that all the time. I do this for YouTube. I'm hoping it'll be a good grinder for a while for me. I originally had the Weber Workshops EG1 and I sold it because I needed to buy a car, which is a pretty great reason to sell a grinder. And the Weber Workshop one was $4,500. This one has 80 millimeter burrs that you can, for $300, you could go out and buy the same Weber or $250, you could buy the same Weber Workshop burrs as you could and put it in this one. So it theoretically should give you about the same shots for like less than half the price. We've got an Allen key here, got some Option O stickers, some safety guides, stuff like that. The reason I went with this over the Zerno is because it was $750 cheaper, and I would probably say that the Zerno would maybe be a little bit better. I think it's easier to switch between the burrs and the auger system. It's just a little bit more friendly. This one is kind of meant to just kind of leave it as stock. I heard that you can change the burrs in it, but it's kind of troublesome with this grinder a little bit, and we'll get into that a little bit more. So starting off, we have a 58 millimeter funnel, magnetic. I'm really excited for this grinder. So for a while, I don't know how long, for a while I was using a Mokum grinder that was like $150. We have like some marker stickers here. It was $220 for the grinder that I was using that was flat burr. Then I got rid of it and I've only had a conical burrs since, but I've had the HG2 by Weber Workshops for a while, which is a hand grinder, and then I've had the Moshi C83, which I'll be reviewing soon on the channel. We have a little catch cup here. I kind of like it. It's small, it's different, it's nice, but I think this grinder particularly is going to look really good next to the Moshi grinder that I have. They kind of look similar, but nevertheless, it was really kind of hard when I was thinking of the grinder that I wanted that was kind of reasonably priced. There was a lot of options out there. I looked at the turn ones. I've owned the CF64V and the DF64V, the DF64 Gen 2. This is a lot heavier than I thought. Also, on a side note, this box is kind of cool. It has a lot of kind of the engineering aspects of the Option O behind it. You could probably travel with it too. All right. Let's move that camera a little bit. Boop. Okay, it's easier to slide it back than it is to tilt the camera. Who knew? Technology these days at its finest. Boop. All right. The Option O We got a bunch of stickers on the back of it, say P80. Okay, so first off, for some impressions on this thing, it's heavy duty. I didn't really know what to expect on it, but it is an Option O, so I expected pretty well built. This thing really kind of has it all. It's got 80mm flat burrs, which I think is going to be the new 64mm ones. I think you're going to get a lot of options for it soon with the Zerno coming out, and with the Weber Workshop's EG1 already has some of the best burrs in there. Pulled off that little knocker thing here, and it left a little bit of residue on the top, but that was easy to get off. And let's see, you got a sticker with a bunch of different languages on it that says each grinder will be tested with grinding coffee at a workshop, so it's normal to have some coffee residue on your new grinder. Pretty given information on it. So, because this thing is way more compact than I expected, it's got two buttons. It's got one that auto purges, all feels nice on it. It's got a step RPM adjustment that doesn't glide as well as I'd hope. Maybe it was the first time around. It looks like you can kind of loosen that up with the Allen key, so I might do that, but it goes up by 300 increments for a little bit, and then goes up by 200. So it jumps from 600 to 900, and all the other ones are 200, but it goes all the way down to 300 and all the way up to 1700. Simple stepless grind adjustment, good dial on that. Ooh. So it stops there. I don't know why it comes with those little stickers. That's a hard click when you hit the burrs. So you can slide that top piece off right there. Oh, that's why that's a hard click. It's got that there. Then you can just screw that off, and we'll show you what the inside burrs look like. Oh, do you have to take the screws off? I thought you could just pull this straight out, but it looks like you have to actually take some Allen keys to it, which really isn't what I want to do right now. So I'm not going to. But nevertheless, oh, I did something wrong with that. Congratulations, you get to watch me figure out how to put together the grinder that I just bought and broke all at the same time. Okay, not sure what I did there, but I got it all, and it looks like I scratched it, but I didn't. So you got your knocker here, which is a nice little kind of feature. Get those grounds out. Sits right on top there. I'm curious. At first I thought I wasn't going to like this contact of metal to metal on there, but on my Moshi grinder that does the same thing. I haven't really had any issues with it. I haven't minded it at all. So it should be fine. You just kind of set it on top. It fits really nicely. It looks nice. Yeah. I'm excited for this. I waited a month and a half after purchasing this. So I went with this one because the Zerno was more expensive than what I wanted to pay when this one theoretically could do the same thing. Swapping out the burrs is going to be easier on the Zerno because it comes with a bunch of tools to do it, and you kind of need magnets to pull out these blind burrs on the inside because they have no screw holes. So this is this burr set is made specifically for this grinder. I'm not sure if you can buy it separately versus like the ones that come with The Zerno are SSP burrs that you can kind of buy anywhere. You can also buy the 80mm Weber Workshop burrs from their website, both the core and the ultra burrs. So this kind of, the Zerno would allow you to change between all those, but what I hear, the burr set on this one is pretty phenomenal straight off the bat. So we're going to test that, and we're going to see if this is kind of like I know this sounds crazy, but I'm going to say budget in-game grinder. And I say budget because it is under $2,000, and the Weber Workshop is $4,000, $4,500. Zerno's above $2,000. So this really might be the best grinder currently on the market for under $2,000. And I'm excited to see how that goes, and I'm excited to see how it uses that. It has anti-popcorn. Apparently has good zero retention grinding. So we'll kind of see how this goes, and I look forward to testing it. But let me know what you want to see on this video coming up about this grinder, and I will try to answer every question that I can possibly think of about it. But super excited for it. It's going to kind of really round out my bar, having a good flat grinder, and then having a good conical grinder, which is going to be the Moshi grinder, which I'll get into a little bit later on a review. I haven't reviewed that one yet, but that kind of gives me the rounded out. If I want the more body flavored, or if I want more high clarity, this is going to give me that. The Moshi is going to give me the other one. So I'm excited for this. I did pay for this. I did get a slight discount from Option O. They offer it to creators, so I was like, why not? That's honestly part of a factor why I chose that over the Zerno. We have to have budgets here. I still have to be mindful how much I spend on coffee equipment. So it made a lot more sense because that pulled out that gap between the Zerno and the P80 quite a bit different. The only grinder that I'm like actually maybe would regret this for is the not getting the Option O 01, which is their like $20 or like $3,000 grinder. The reason why I say I might regret that is because that one is still pretty reasonable when you compare it to the fact that I owned a Weber Workshop's EG1, and that one's getting used for the Brewers Cup and Barista competitions, or some kind of coffee competitions for the next few years. So that shows me that it's been really, really good grinder. But I'm pretty confident I'm going to be pretty happy for this. I'll let you know all the things I think about it soon. But let me know if you have any questions. Make sure you like and subscribe. It's something free you can do, and it helps me produce more content. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.